What is the difference between an emotion and mood? I'm Anjana Verma and I'm an emotional wellness specialist. A mood stays between minutes and hours, but an emotion stays only for a few seconds to minutes. Emotions have specific facial expressions, but moods don't have that because mood is basically a shade of emotions. So it is very subtle. A shade of emotion, that is irritation, and the emotion is anger. So, say you woke up irritated one day, and this irritation carries on the entire day. Something must have triggered the irritation, and the whole day you'd not have got good sleep the whole night, or somebody suddenly came into your room and woke you up and you got into a bad mood. Could be anything. So, what happens is that you carry that shade of emotion, that is the mood, the entire day. And say few hours after you get to your office or through the day, somebody says something, and that's it. You have an outburst, and that outburst is like on a scale of 1 to 10, it could be even 8. And that is the anger level. And you would say things to them, and it just triggers. So the irritation triggered the anger. So the best way is that understand the emotion, that is the shade of emotion that you're going through. It could even be in happiness, like you woke up in a good mood. Say you had a good night's sleep and you wake up smiling. There are some days which we feel so refreshed and so nice that we wake up happy, right? That can carry on the entire day. I'll tell you a story about a client who came in. The wife had attempted suicide, and when I had asked her why she did it, she just broke down. She broke down and said, "No, I don't want to live anymore, and I'm tired of living this life, and my husband doesn't understand me. He's torturing me, and he's not letting me live." So I was like very intrigued. I wanted to know, why has she come to this level, and what has the husband done so much to her that she just can't bear living with him. So when I went and met him, the first thing that came across itself, even before he started talking, his body language gave away that he was a very, very aggressive, egoistic, self-centered person. When I spoke to him, he's actually completely unaware that he portrays himself like that. And he was so unaware that he was treating his wife in a very rude manner. He didn't even know. He was doing all of it completely without his knowledge. And that is why she went to the extent to kill herself. The hospital were able to save her, and she came out. And after the counseling, she did really well. And the husband, of course, the husband needed the counseling more than the wife, actually. That is why when I speak to people, I tell them it's the family that needs the counseling more than the victim who's actually attempting the suicide. When the husband spoke to me, he was like, "No, I didn't do anything. I didn't treat her badly. She is just talking nonsense." He couldn't believe that he was the root cause of the problem, and he was actually behaving badly to her. So what the cause was, he was always irritated, always angry, because he was in a very high pressure job, and it was more like a finance job. So you can understand, right, when the money doesn't come in, how much of pressure the man goes through. So this poor man was going through so much of pressure, and he didn't have any place to show it but his house. And unfortunately his wife was the one who was actually getting the short end of the stick. So always identify what mood you're in. Identify the mood that you wake up in. Always be self-aware of what mood you're in, so that will give you a heads up. We don't want you getting into an anger outburst, right? That is the worst thing or rather that is the biggest fear everybody has got. To say something bad to somebody and then regretting it later. So it's better to be safe than be sorry. So take a precaution of doing a check on your own emotion, what emotion you're in before you go for a meeting, or before you're going to go meet your girlfriend, or before you're going to go back home from office. Just put on some music and sing loudly. Put some funny videos and listen to it, and your mood will immediately change, because the mind has the ability to immediately get accustomed to a different mood in split seconds. Do something fun. Just take a break. Just go with the flow and live a happy life. So what you do, get yourself out of the mood that you're in, so that you don't get into a higher density emotion. On that note, stay blessed, stay happy, and thank you. If you like this video, please share it with someone who would benefit from it. Thank you.